stitching friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today is part 5 of What's in the Cabinet. I'm doing a series of videos showing all the patterns that I have stored in my cabinet that I have not stitched yet, and there's a lot. So if you've been following along with me, welcome back. It's amazing how much you can collect. I did start back stitching in 2017. Before that, I had lost through moves and divorce and everything my previous stitching from years ago, so I had to start over fresh. So everything you're seeing in this series is from 2017 forward that I've made purchases. So that is coming up on 5 years that I've been stitching, and it's a lot of collecting of patterns. So today we're going to go through my samplers. So let's see what I have in the sampler files. And the first one is Little House Needleworks, Home of the Needleworker Squared. And that I got that on Unload Group, so I don't have any of the floss that comes with it, but I really wanted the pattern, so I picked it up. This is Theron Traditions. I picked this up recently. It is called Needles and Pins Wedding Sampler. This is a beautiful sampler. It's quite old. I'm trying to see if there's a date on here while you're looking at it. I do not see a date, but it is an old, I don't know why they don't, 1993. So somebody was stitched on this and got me interested in purchasing this. It was really adorable. This one is from Hillside Samplings. It is called Dogwood. I'm going to take it out of this thing because it has stuff in it with it. It is called Dogwood Band Sampler. Again, lots of specialty stitches, so I really love that. And in here with it is the, there's a button. If you look at the bottom of this, you'll see there's a button here. I have that button. I have the floss. I have the fabric that it's stitched on in this little, let me see, sitting in the file here. So let me get this back in here so I can move on. Okay, the next one is the Scarlet House, Anna Grader, 1812. I love this one. I want to do more of these samplers, but I've got to get done with some of these big projects I've already got rolling before I start getting into doing some samplers. So hopefully this will be the year that I get the big projects done and I can start adding samplers to my stitching. This one is Scattered Seed Samplers, Catherine Dickinson, 1840. I see that. I hope you can see it without the glare. There we go. This was a series from Brenda Gervais. It's lessons 1, 2, and 3. Summer House School. It's Summer Schoolhouse is what it is, and there's 3 different lessons. You're supposed to stitch it, I believe, over 1. I think they did it on 28 count over 1. And so there's the first one. This is part 2, and then this is part 3. So it's like a 3-part series to get the alphabet done, and I'm almost sure this is stitched over 1. I'm almost sure it is, but cute series, cute pillows. Let's see, what's this? Well, that's something I can't show you because it doesn't have a picture to it. This is Hillside Samplings, and you see I like Hillside as well. This is Hillside School of Handwork, and it is a nice sampler. I ended up with it twice because for some reason I purchased this on the Unload Group and found out that it was a photocopy. But it came with the ribbon and stuff. I didn't know it was a photocopy until I got it, and then I ended up going and getting the actual pattern for it because I didn't like the fact that it was a photocopy. But I'll keep the photocopy because then I don't want to ruin the book. So I'm going to put this together. No, I'll do it later. I got time. I got that time, do I? No time. Okay, A Study in Blue. This is Sue Hillis, and it is a beautiful design. On a shaker box that you can do, make it and put it on a shaker box. That's a commitment too. That's a lot of stitching and a lot of putting together on the shaker box. But one of these days, maybe when I retire from work, I will get that done. Prairie Schooler band samplers. Man, I stuck that in samplers because it said samplers, but I didn't stick the other ones in there, so I don't know. There's that one. There is no rhyme or reason to my storage of my patterns. I really don't like the way that I have them labeled and stuff. I need to redo them. I just haven't figured it out yet. This one is Quaker Diamond. It also Hillside Samplings. It's quite small, but absolutely adorable. I love that the frame is on the diagonal. Silent Sampler. I've seen this being stitched, but I can't remember who. This Rosewood Mariner, Karen Kluba. Somebody's stitching that. Is that Cheryl Tranquil Stitches? Was she stitching that? I'm not sure. Barrack Samplers, and I've got stuff stuck in here. 40 count mallow linen. Oh, look at that. I've got a whole... I'm sure that whole design's not going to take up that fat quarter, but that's where it's stuck in there. And this is Acorns and Threads. This is Barrack Sampler. Kathy Barrack. This is an older design. You can see it there. I love that design. And I think it uses just 2 colors of threads. And it says it is, and this is 40 count fabric, but it says it is, let's see, does it say? It's needlepoint 6, DMC, 153 by 99. So on 40 count, it's only going to be 4.5, no, 5 by 7.5. I don't know why I have the whole thing in there, but I do. I'll fix that later. And then the last one in this particular folder is the Blue Flowers Moonlight Sampler. Lots of you have seen that and stitched it. It is a beautiful design. Again, a commitment to stitch. I haven't started that one yet. On to that. I got 2 more folders of samplers. Okay, so I have Forever and Ever. This is Brenda Gervais. That is really cute. Midnight Stitchings, Quaker Row, and I have the floss in here to do this one. Haven't started it yet, but it's a smaller design, won't be that difficult to do. It is 252 by 72. It's quite long, but not really tall. This one is La Ti Das, called ABCD. Somebody stitched this and I saw it and I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Oh, terrible glare. Stitch with Love. This is Blue Ribbon Designs. I have stitched all of this with My Love and a Kiss. Love to do that for my husband. Blue Ribbon Designs. That would make a nice anniversary piece. Maybe for my 10-year anniversary. I have 9 coming up this year. That'll give me until 2024, my anniversary, to get that done. I should start making notes about this, right? Because as I go through these, I'm starting to see things like, why didn't I start that? Why haven't I done that? Drive you nuts. No bees, no honey. Birds of a Feather. And if you haven't heard yet, it is awesome news that 1884 Stitchery is now going to be reprinting Birds of a Feather patterns. So that is awesome. If you have patterns from Birds of a Feather that you have not gotten, that you love, and you haven't heard that news yet, she has bought the rights to all those patterns, and she's going to be reprinting them, and you can buy them at 1884stitchery.com. Basket of Fruit Sampler. Just an old style sampler. I thought that was really pretty. And that is by Bit of Wisdom, is the company that made that. Sampler Cove, Midnight in the Garden. And if you've watched Stitch in the Dream, so Lisa and, can't remember the second name, she did this one. You can see I have all the dinky dies in here. And this is the design. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. It's in purples. I love purple. One day. I had this one kitted up, ready to roll. I ended up unkitting it, but I really need to rekit it. The colors are a little dated, but I love the design. And it is Pat Rogers Counted Collection Hearts and Flowers Sampler. And I just love that design. And I don't even care if it's dated. I mean, I could update the colors a little different, because it's very 90s. I think that's when this is from 1984. So it's in the 80s, but love the design. Pomegranate sampler, hillside samplings. Nice rich tones. The Sampler Company, The Sampler Company, I have a few of these that I really love, and these are by Brenda Keys. This one is, oh, where's the name of it? Hold on. That's got a name at the top. This one has a name at the top. Hold on. Somehow this one got taken out, and I didn't put it back the way it's supposed to be. Abigail Markham Sampler. I can tilt. There we go. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's in oranges, but it's so autumny, autumnal, and it's beautiful. And I've had this for years, and I really need to do it. It's just, the colors are just gorgeous. And the same thing with this. This is Plymouth Sampler, also Brenda Keys. And you can see that it's just, it's a patriotic one too, but it's in my samplers. I cannot get that glare off. There we go. Just a beautiful design called Plymouth Sampler. This is sought after. It's very hard to find. This is Pat Rogers also. This is the Tapestry Sampler. Just absolutely gorgeous design. This one as well was well sought after, looked after, but now that 1884 Stitchery is reprinting it, you'll be able to get it. It should be available now. It is called Sally Spencer. I have this, which I absolutely will never stitch, but I had to have it at the time, and the price was awesome. And I have not seen this as it is sold anywhere or on the secondary market. And it is the Ufendell Sisters, the complete book. It has both patterns in the book. So it has Isabella on one side, and then you flip it, and it has Anne on the other. I don't know if I will ever stitch them, but this is a treasure to me to have. Even though they've reprinted the two patterns separately, I have the book that is with them together. That was a special printing. Prairie Schooler, Garden Verses. I got Prairie Schoolers scattered throughout everything. I probably should put them all together, but I try to separate. I don't like to keep them by the designer, because if I want to stitch a certain style or genre, whether it's seasonal or it's samplers, whatever, that's how I want to search them. So that's what I'm trying to keep them as. This one here is a Scottish sampler, and it's called, I'm not even going to get this right, Bairn of Dundrennan. But I am Scottish, so I wanted a Scottish sampler. There it is. Where are we at? 13 minutes. Lila Studio. Again, I have the floss, the specialty floss right here, and it is a Quaker Welcome. And again, I don't think this one is that big. Well, it is 232 by 172, but it is a beautiful sampler. And it's called the Quaker Welcome. And this was like a big stitch at one point. When it first came out, a lot of people were stitching it. I purchased this one because I saw someone stitching it at a stitching group, and it's called Traditional Sampler Chart. It is by Maura Blackburn, and it's an alphabet sampler. And the one she was doing was just gorgeous. I just had to go immediately go get it. And this is Harriet Elizabeth Coe. It is by Brenda Gervais. I'm sure lots of you have seen that one as well. And I have one more file to go through. I'm going to move these aside, make room so stuff doesn't slide onto the floor. Okay, Be Ye Thankful, Cricket Collection, another one I really want to get done. Thanksgiving Comes Again, Prairie Schooler. I don't know how these got my samplers, but that's where they're at, so that's where we're going to show them. Plum Street's Turkey Sausage. This is Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. These are Thanksgiving. That's why. I'm like, why are these in samplers? They're not in samplers. They're in my Thanksgiving file folder. Apparently, that got pulled at the same time as samplers. This one is Turkey Sausages. It's The Wieners again, Plum Street. Plum Street Sampler, His and Hers Thanksgiving Stockings. And this one here, I'm not sure where the fabric came from. I think somebody gave this to me, but it is got some 36 count R&R Old Town blend stuck in it, but I don't think I would do those on that. But there's the two stockings. Seen those done before, very cute. This is a pattern out of an old magazine, and it is called, if it has a name, I don't see it, Country Grace. And I saved it for some reason or another. Really cute, country farmish. This is Shepherd's Bush, Happy Thanksgiving. Love the little pilgrims and the whole design. And last but not least is that turkey's not big, it's Uber, so it's Uber turkey. Isn't he adorable with the pilgrim hat on? Right, count your blessings. I don't know why this pattern has cracks in it and stuff. It shouldn't have cracks in it, does it? All that white you see, those are cracks in the pattern. So that is it. That is all of my samplers and my Thanksgiving patterns. Thank you once again for joining me for this little visit down my cabinet and seeing what is in the cross-stitch cabinet. I will see you next time. You have a blessed day, and bye-bye.